good from that perspective. James asks, if the purpose of DRS is to get as many decisions right as possible without excessive time wasting and not to determine who is better at gambling on reviews, why shouldn't players be allowed to receive advice from off-field personnel before deciding whether or not to review? I think the idea, I mean, it's a fair question. I'm trying to think of, I think the reason always was that you had the 15 seconds and that, that it was an on-field decision made by everyone there rather than, bringing in people watching it on delay and everything else. And that would cause so many problems. TV, if the TV camera went down, people would, I think it would bring extra problems from what you're saying. But I think it was, I think, and I'm not 100% sure about this, that the idea was to keep the drama on the field. So it's more of a TV gimmick. I mean, what you're saying makes some sense. But I believe the idea was just to, make it more about Willie or Woti on the field, the people involved, rather than the people off the field. I would say this, that it is my experience as a commentator, when we see, especially when you're commentating off TV, or if you're commentating live, but you have the TV there, that can actually cause more problems. And it's very hard to also give information from off the field. So if they did do it, I'm not sure we'd see a massive rise in correct decisions straight away. I could be wrong with all that, but I don't think it's as accurate as people might think it would be. But I don't know. But my thought back in the day, and I never really asked specifically, but I think, the general mood was that they wanted it to be an on-field decision because of the drama involved of, the 11 players or the 2 players coming together and everything else. If it's just 2 guys looking to their balcony and a bunch of people watching the TV, perhaps that disappears. As an analyst, I'd probably prefer to be able to do it that way. But you can take the emotion out of it a little bit. But yeah, it's a really good question.